Emotional Mastery, a Stoic's Guide. There's a truth many of us discover late in life. It's not the world that torments us the most. It's not the cruelty of others, the storms of fate, or the chaos of chance. It's our emotions, when they rule us instead of serving us. We rage at things we cannot control. We drown in sadness over what's already gone. We envy what others have, forgetting what we already hold. And in all this, we hand over our peace, our clarity, and our strength. The Stoics had a name for this condition, slavery to the passions, but they also gave us a solution, emotional mastery. Not by killing emotions, not by pretending we don't feel, but by learning to govern them with reason, wisdom, and virtue. Because emotions are not the enemy, unexamined emotions are. 1. The illusion of control. MarcusAurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Our first step in mastering emotions is to recognize what belongs to us and what doesn't. When someone insults you, you cannot control their words, but you can control how you interpret them. When a storm ruins your plans, you cannot calm the skies, but you can calm your reaction. Most of our suffering comes not from events, but from the stories we tell ourselves about them. We imagine that life must bend to our will, but life bends to no one. The Stoic answer is simple. Anchor your peace not in what happens, but in how you respond. This is where emotional mastery begins, not in changing the world, but in changing ourselves. 2. Emotions are messengers, not masters. Seneca taught that anger is temporary madness, but he never said anger itself is evil. Emotions arise for a reason. Fear warns us of danger. Sadness reminds us of loss. Joy tells us what we value. But problems come when we mistake emotions for commands. Fear whispers, "Run." Anger shouts, "Strike back." Desire insists, "You must have this." And if we obey without question, we live like slaves. The Stoic approach is different. Listen, but don't bow. Ask, "What is this emotion teaching me?" And then decide, calmly, wisely, how to act. Emotions are signals. Reason is the captain. 3. The pause between feeling and action. Imagine this moment. You receive a message that hurts you. Your heart races, your hands shake. You're ready to lash out, to respond with fury. But Stoicism asks you to pause, not for hours, not for days. Even a breath is enough. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." That pause is your power. It is the space where wisdom speaks. In that space, you decide, will I be ruled by impulse or guided by reason? The more you practice this pause, the stronger your mastery grows. 4. Reframing the story. The Stoics were masters of perspective. They taught that events are not good or bad, only our judgments make them so. A setback at work, is it a disaster or a chance to grow stronger? A betrayal, is it proof that people are cruel or proof that you can endure without them? A delay in your plans, is it wasted time or training in patience? By reframing, you transform pain into power. You train your mind to see not what you lost, but what you gained. And this shift changes everything, because emotions flow from interpretation. Change the story, and you change the feeling. 5. Training the mind like a muscle. Emotional mastery is not built in a day. It's trained, moment by moment, trial by trial. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations not as philosophy for others, but as reminders for himself. Every day he trained his mind to stay calm in the face of insult, to remain steady in sickness, to act with virtue in power. Like an athlete who trains his body, the Stoic trains the mind. When small irritations come, practice patience. When fear arises, practice courage. When envy stirs, practice gratitude. Each exercise strengthens the will, and slowly you become unshakable. 6. Love, loss, and letting go. Perhaps the hardest emotions to master are those tied to love and loss. We fear losing what we hold dear: family, friends, even life itself. The Stoics remind us everything is borrowed. Nothing is truly our own. Epictetus told his students, "When you kiss your child, whisper to yourself, 'Tomorrow they may die.'" This wasn't cruelty, it was preparation. Because by remembering that everything is temporary, we learn to love more deeply without clinging. We learn to appreciate the present without fear of the future. Mastery over grief does not mean feeling nothing. It means loving fully and letting go when the time comes. 7. Gratitude as an antidote. Envy, resentment, and despair often grow in the soil of comparison. We look at what others have and feel cheated. The Stoics offer a remedy: gratitude. Seneca said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for the which he has." Gratitude transforms your gaze. It pulls you away from scarcity and back into abundance. Instead of dwelling on what is missing, you see the miracle of what is here: a breath, a sunrise, a friend, a lesson. Gratitude quiets the storm of envy, and in that calm, emotional mastery grows. 8. The role of virtue. The Stoics believed emotions must serve virtue. Courage, justice, wisdom, self-control, these are the guiding stars. Ask yourself, does this anger help me act justly? Does this fear stop me from living courageously? Does this desire align with wisdom or with folly? Emotions without virtue are dangerous, but emotions guided by virtue become allies. Anger can fuel the fight for justice. Fear can sharpen awareness. Love can deepen compassion. Mastery is not suppression, it is redirection toward what is noble. 9. Preparing the mind for storms. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Each day, imagine what could go wrong: loss, insult, failure, pain. Not to dwell in negativity, but to rehearse the mind. So, when the storm comes, you do not break. You've already faced it in thought. You've already trained your emotions to endure. Preparedness makes you steady, and steadiness is the essence of mastery. 10. The calm within.
At the heart of Stoic practice is tranquility, not the absence of emotion, but the harmony of them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "To be like the rock, that the waves keep crashing over it. It stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it." This is the image of emotional mastery. Not coldness, not emptiness, but calm strength. A mind that feels, but is not drowned. A heart that loves, but is not enslaved. A spirit that stands firm, whatever comes. Life will never stop testing us. We will always feel fear, anger, sadness, joy, love. To be human is to
But Stoicism reminds us, we are not prisoners of emotion. We are their masters. Mastery begins with awareness. It grows with practice. It flourishes with virtue. And in the end, it grants us freedom. The freedom to live wisely, calmly, and fully, no matter what the world brings. So the next time your heart races, your anger flares, or your sadness weighs heavy, pause, remember your power, and choose mastery over slavery. Because the greatest victory is not over others, but over ourselves. And if this message touched you, remember, mastery is not just learned, it's lived. So take these lessons into your day and let them shape you into someone unshakable. If you found value here, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, leave a comment with your reflection, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Together, we walk the path of reason, virtue, and inner peace.